What if I told you that getting rich isn't about having a fat inheritance or winning the lottery? What if the real secret is starting with exactly what you have right now, even if that's nothing? It sounds like a fantasy, right? But stick with me, because today we're breaking down the practical, no-nonsense steps that have turned ordinary people into millionaires starting from scratch. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. This is your blueprint for building real, lasting wealth. First things first, let's redefine nothing. You might not have money, but you have something far more valuable: your time, your skills, and your mind. These are the raw materials of wealth. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they need money to make money. No, you need value to make money. So the first step is to create value. How? By developing a high-income skill. A high-income skill is something you can do that businesses or individuals are willing to pay a premium for. Think about things like copywriting, digital marketing, video editing, coding, or sales. These aren't just jobs. They are skills you can learn, often for free online, through platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or even right here on YouTube. Let's take Alex Hormozi as an example. He didn't start with a trust fund. He learned how to sell and how to run a business. He started a gym, scaled it, and then taught other gym owners how to do the same. His initial capital was his skill in sales and marketing. He invested his time and effort to learn something that other people would pay for. Your journey starts the same way. Pick one skill that interests you and become obsessed with it. Spend your evenings and weekends mastering it. Your goal for the next 6 to 12 months is to get so good at this one thing that people can't ignore you. Once you've developed a skill, it's time to monetize it. Don't wait for a perfect job offer. Start freelancing. Go on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. Reach out to local businesses. Offer your services for a low price or even for free, just to build a portfolio and get testimonials. Your first goal isn't to get rich, it's to get paid. Earning your first $100 from a skill you taught yourself is a massive psychological win. It proves the concept. It shows you that you can turn your effort into cash. Now, we get to the crucial part. As that money starts trickling in, what do you do with it? This is where 99% of people go wrong. They upgrade their lifestyle. They get a nicer car, a bigger apartment, more expensive clothes. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent killer of wealth. The wealthy don't do this. When they make more money, they don't increase their spending, they increase their investing. Your first financial goal should be to live on less than you make. I don't care if you're earning $1,000 a month or $10,000. You must create a gap between your income and your expenses. This gap is your seed money. It's the capital that's going to work for you. Track every single dollar. Use an app, a spreadsheet, whatever works. Be ruthless about cutting unnecessary costs. Do you really need that daily $5 coffee? Do you need all those streaming subscriptions? For a short period, your mission is to maximize that gap. Once you have that seed money, say your first $1,000, it's time to put it to work. This is where investing comes in. Now, the word investing scares a lot of people. They picture complicated charts and Wall Street jargon. Forget all that. The simplest and most proven way for a beginner to invest is through low-cost index funds or ETFs. Think of an index fund like the S&P 500. When you buy a share of an S&P 500 ETF, you're not just buying one company's stock. You're buying a tiny piece of the 500 largest companies in the US. You're instantly diversified. You're betting on the American economy as a whole, which has historically always gone up over the long term. You don't need to pick stocks. You don't need to time the market. You just need to buy consistently and hold. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging. Every month you invest a fixed amount of money, regardless of what the market is doing. If the market is high, you buy fewer shares. If the market is low, your money buys more shares. Over time, this smooths out the bumps and lowers your average cost. It's the most powerful hands-off way to build wealth. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, has repeatedly said that for most people, a low-cost S&P 500 index fund is the best investment they can make. Now let's talk about the habits of the wealthy, because your mindset is just as important as your strategy. First, they are lifelong learners. They don't stop learning after school. They read books, listen to podcasts, and attend seminars. They understand that their knowledge is their greatest asset. Second, they think long-term. They're not worried about a market dip today. They're focused on where their portfolio will be in 10, 20 or 30 years. They plant trees whose shade they know they may not sit in for a long time. Third, they embrace calculated risks. Starting a side hustle is a risk. Investing your first $1,000 is a risk. But the biggest risk of all is doing nothing and staying exactly where you are. The wealthy understand that you have to step outside your comfort zone to achieve extraordinary results. Let's put this all together into a real-life scenario. Meet Sarah. Sarah works a minimum wage job. She spends her evenings learning digital marketing from free YouTube videos. After 3 months, she lands her first freelance client, managing their social media for $200 a month. She doesn't spend it. She saves it. She continues learning and gets another client and another. Within a year, her side hustle is making her $1,500 a month. She still lives like she's on minimum wage. She takes that $1,500 and automatically invests it every single month into an S&P 500 ETF. After a few years, her investment portfolio is growing and the compound interest starts to kick in. The money she's earning from her investment starts earning its own money. She eventually quits her job to go full-time on her marketing business, drastically increasing her income and, in turn, her investment rate. 10 years later, Sarah is a millionaire. Not because of luck, but because of a system of skill acquisition, frugal living, and consistent investing. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a formula. The steps are simple but not easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a relentless belief in yourself. Your journey from zero to financial freedom starts today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. So here's my challenge to you. Step 1. Identify one high-income skill you can start learning this week. Drop it in the comments below. I want to see what you choose. Declaring it publicly makes it real. Step 2. Go through your bank statement and find one expense you can cut right now. That money is your first seed. Step 3. Open a brokerage account. It takes 10 minutes. Just get it done so it's ready when you have your first bit of capital to invest. This is the path. It's proven, it's powerful, and it's available to you right now. You don't need money to start. You need a decision. A decision to trade short-term comfort for long-term freedom. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense guides to building wealth. Your journey starts now. Let's do this.